Some interesting questions here. Did Marilyn Monroe have an affair with JFK? Was she abused by Joe DiMaggio? Was she in a three-way relationship? So many questions are buzzing around the new Netflix movie Blonde.
This week, our Manny Frank dives into the tea with his latest News 2 review. Check it out.
Marilyn Monroe, a cinematic icon who cemented herself into the halls of the silver screen forever. Her persona was larger than life, but that's all that it was, a persona. Behind her doe eyes and beaming smile was a young woman lost within the Hollywood studio system and the demons within her. Blonde attempts to dissect the myth of Marilyn, although in its pursuit of demystifying her, it only makes the audience question if what we are seeing is mere exploitation.
I played Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. I can't face doing another scene with Marilyn Monroe.
Norma Jean Baker's life was one of heartbreak and trauma, a life nearly shadowed by the towering creation of Marilyn Monroe. Based on the novel of the same name, Netflix's adaptation of Blonde takes the life of Monroe and puts it to screen through a fictionalized portrayal inspired by the woman herself. While liberties are taken with her history, the film chronicles the star's rise to fame and her untimely death through the lens of her trauma. Let's be clear, this movie is not a celebration of Marilyn Monroe. In fact, it's a brutal lament that puts the star through the ringer in events both fabled, real, and heavily embellished. With its nearly 3-hour runtime, this film is far too merciless in its themes of surviving and dealing with Marilyn's personal trauma that our senses are dulled to the events of her tragic life by the end of the film. It's a graphic and difficult watch to sit through, and there is no reason it needed to be. From a technical standpoint, Blonde takes biopic conventions and plays with structure, making the audience feel as if they, like Norma Jean, are walking in a dream-like state. It's a commendably creative direction that meanders down the rabbit hole of self-indulgence. Thankfully, anchoring the whole movie is a tour de force performance from Ana de Armas, who seamlessly commands the screen with Marilyn's magnetic presence, balancing her complex dualities even if the script itself cannot. Blonde is a film that sits with you. It encourages you to digest it. My reaction that I had at the initial screening is not the same one that I am having right now, leading me to conclude that despite de Armas giving a fantastic performance, I am left looking for a Marilyn Monroe biopic that is more focused and less unrelentingly grueling. I'm giving Blonde a for you to decide. You can watch Blonde only on Netflix.
All right, Manny Frank joins us here now. So it wasn't so much the acting, it was maybe the writing or the directing?
It was a combination of the both. Andrew Dominic both wrote and directed the film. And it definitely, as I mentioned before, really took a lot of liberties with the story of Marilyn Monroe, almost fictionalizing it in a lot of ways.
So if you want to learn more about her, this wouldn't be the way to do it.
No. I'm a big fan of when biopics, they'll embellish a little bit, but when they go full on fable/fantasy, which this one almost does, like some of the questions you asked at the beginning, I can unequivocally say no to, because it was more of an artistic expression than it actually was a representation of Marilyn's life.